get your thoughts on, because I do believe he's incredibly underrated, and I feel like history is almost like he's going under the radar as the years go by. How underrated was Bobby Eaton? I thought Bobby Eaton was fantastic. Do you feel he's underrated a little bit over the years? Like he doesn't get enough love? Because I feel like he doesn't. This is my opinion, of course, but thoughts on Bobby Eaton?
From the real boys, he gets a lot of love.
I bet he does.
Bobby, and then I want you to stop and think about this. How many stories have you heard about Bobby Eaton? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard any of the boys say something bad about him?
Not yet. We've been doing this quite a while. Not a word.
Nobody has.
Yeah, not a word.
Bobby is, I love Bobby Eaton. Bobby Eaton.
It was a pleasure working with him.
Him and Jerry Lawler, I thought, Bobby being in the tag teams, and Jerry could tell some of the greatest stories in a match.
Mm-hmm.
There ever was. And it's not the big things. It's the little things that Bobby did in a match that caught your attention, because nobody else does stuff like that. And all, Bobby was the greatest. But I don't know if it's because Cornette's got so much heat with the offices that they have to. I don't know. I love Jimmy Cornette too. I don't care what he says of him. There's nothing he can say to make me not love him. I don't care. He has his podcast and he blisters people's asses.
He goes wild. Yes, he does.
But he hates us, by the way.
He
Just throw that right in there.
Does he really?
Blocked us. He blocked us. Hi, Jim.
Really?
Yeah.
How you doing there, buddy?
Jim's not a fan.
What? Hi, Jim. Hey.
Well, I don't know.
You're ruining wrestling.
But,
Who's ruining wrestling?
You.
but
Me?
But if
Hi, Jim.
Yeah, if nothing else, but they did put him in the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame. Robert and I are going into the Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame in October. One in Wichita Falls, Texas. It's a great honor. Thank you guys. But if nothing else, WWE, they don't got to put Cornette, but they need to bring the Midnight Express on stage.
Sure.
And they really need to have somebody there to tell them the greatest heel team that ever performed.
You're not going to get an argument from me. No,
this is what we're
from
trying
me.
to do here, right? We're trying
What's that?
We're trying to educate the newer fans on icons like yourself that have made this business, and sometimes it just gets lost in translation.
Okay, and I'm glad you said that, fella, because I've been watching wrestling, and I've been watching where they're going, and you see where Vince just let go 20 more people. And I'm sorry for the guys that they're, but I think they're going to have to re-educate our fans all over again, because now if you watch TV, and I'm sorry to say this, I'm not knocking the guys, but holy shit, they all dress alike. They all got the ripped bodies, which that's cool. I mean, because you are professional wrestlers and you look good, but you still got to have your other ones. You still got to have the guys with the gimmicks, and you still got to learn how to get heat to make this pay-per-view next week something to watch. And the damn first thing they need to do is don't let the people know what the finishes are. God damn, they already know everything before they go there.
Or how about make it a little more realistic?
Huh?
How about make it more realistic?
Yeah, bring back some realism.
Okay.
I want to feel like I'm watching a fight with a
then
purpose.
Thank you for saying that.
Please.
Yeah.
In my time, when I was in my prime, and I took pride in this, okay? My deal was to give Robert a hot tag. He could do the best comeback in the world. You understand me?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you'd get annihilated.
But listen to me. If I can make the guy on the front row really believe what's happened to me is happening. Now I'm talking about, if you shoot me out of a fucking cannon, I'm not going to kick out on one. Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Today's fan doesn't, but I do.
See, now I'm thinking about him. Now, just think when I'm wrestling, and Arn Anderson keeps asking me, and my nickname's Punky. aren't answering me, asking me, go, Punky, you okay? Are you hurt? Now, even the guy I'm wrestling thinks I'm hurt. So what the hell you think that guy way up there in that saying? What the hell you think that guy on TV saying? All right?
Oh, yeah.
And in our business, it's not about putting over or losing a match. It's a business.
You got to have a good guy and a bad guy.
Huh?
To draw money, you got to have a good guy and a bad guy.
Yes, but
Absolutely.
see, drawing money as a baby face, I don't want to win. You see, because if I win, what am I going to do next week?
It's the chase.
You understand?
The chase.
Well, the fans
People
want-
pay to see me win. They
Right.
don't pay to see me lose when you're a champion.
Right.
And if a heel screws you every week or every month or whatever you do, that's what puts asses back in the seats.
Yeah.
And it's hard. But see, I'm glad you said that because it's going to come a time when they're going to need people like that. And finally, I might get a damn job with a big company in the back.
There you go.
Because I know that. And I know how to explain it to the guys. I know what they're doing. Even on the independent circuit, the guy asked me, hey, would you watch my match? I say, sure. And I go out and watch it. And he comes back and I said, did you watch the match before you? He goes, no. I said, well, you did the same damn thing. It's just a repeat of everything. And it is like Robert and I nowadays, when we go on these independent shows, I was talking to Eric about this earlier. You know, I like to go on before intermission because most of them are 27 matches. People sit there and see the same shit over and over and over. And nobody knows how to work the crowd. Nobody has to do this right here. And if we're on 27th, and I'm not, but they already got our autograph and they're gone.
They're already drained.
Because it's 2 o'clock in the damn morning. Nobody gives a shit no more.
Right.
But if you keep the people interested in the card, see, this is what was good in the old days. You had your opening matches that built up.
Right.
And then your semi-main event was an angle.
But then
which
again,
is the
it was an
tag team
exclusive
deal.
club too. Now everybody and their brother can be a wrestler. I mean, shit. At my
It
age, I
feels
could
like
go
that.
pay $250. I want to be a wrestler.
It feels like
Oh,
that.
yes, I got you.
Yeah, it feels like that. Everybody's a
crazy.
wrestler.
Everybody comes up to you, and see, this is what kills me too. They give you the wrestling handshake. It's what they think it's the wrestling handshake.
right.
They don't have a clue what that even means. And
Yeah,
I do.
did you have someone try to give you the wrestling? Hey, what's
Yeah,
up, bro?
yeah, like
What was that?
You know, look at, I'm
Shake my
going,
hand.
what the
What the
fuck?
hell?
What are you doing? But they don't understand.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, that's the main thing about the guys today. If you're going to break them into the business, see, I don't teach a headlock at my wrestling school. I got somebody else to do that. I teach you how to understand our business. And then and that's the same thing I was telling my daddy. What I'm explaining to you right now, I'll be better off talking at wall because you ain't going to have a clue what I'm talking about until later on and it hits you.
It will hit you like a brick.
And it will. And see, that's what I try.
You're like, damn, that's what Daddy was talking about.
Yes, and that's what I try to teach my people at my wrestling school.
What's a greater battle, teaching the physical or teaching the psychological? It sounds like teaching the psychological.
Psychology, you learn that by experiencing over and over and over. That's how you. That's finally when it comes to you.
Interesting.
You know, the physical part these days, that's some bullshit. You know,
It's gymnastics for the
Well,
most
let me
part.
ask you this: does it get you mad? Now, I'm pointing out AEW, for example, but a guy like Orange Cassidy comes out and makes a joke of the business, kicking you in the shin, has his hands in his pockets. As a professional and a Hall of Famer like yourself, aren't you angry over this?
no, I'm no. But
Is it
one
because
thing-
being over is over, or
no? But one thing about getting old in the business, you got to go. You got to go with the flow.
Understood.
Actually, Orange Cassidy's a hell of a worker.
Right, I understand that.
We're in the entertainment business, and Vince done told everybody that. I'm not here to insult anybody's intelligence. I'm not here to do stuff like that. You know, everything's a hard road, but see, as Orange Cassidy being a regular wrestler, where do you go? But when Orange Cassidy stuck his hands in his pockets, he went to the top,
Yeah, is that gimmick sustainable though? No, it's not.
What's
it's not
that?
It's not a sustainable gimmick. You can't sustain that gimmick.
Yeah, okay. Well, and back then it wouldn't have worked. But I'm just saying.
Your buddy Cornette absolutely loves Orange Cassidy. Boy, he kills him.
If you had great workers this time.
Jim Cornette.
Because I understand. I love to work with him because I understand his gimmick.
Sure, understood.
But see, a lot of the guys he works don't understand his gimmick. That's the whole point of our business that I like to teach people. To me, we have, everybody, your opinion is like your ass. Everybody's got.
Everybody's got one.
And it's good. I like it.
Honestly, it's a very original thing he came up with. Obviously, who on earth is doing that? You got to give him that.
At least he's different.
Absolutely.
And at least he don't look like everybody.
It's very true.
And that's what I'm trying to make a point of.
Right. But Mike thinks he was changing his towels at the swim club. That's what he thinks of when he looks at Orange Cassidy. He doesn't see any image when he looks at Orange Cassidy. He just looks like another guy,
Somebody you could take, huh? Somebody you could take.
Exactly.
That's what he's getting at.
You don't want the wrestler that you're looking at going, I could kick that guy's ass.
I don't think that ever, by the way.
I mean, seriously.
He thinks that.
Yeah.
But I got to say this for him. It's a lot of balls diving out of that rope with no hands.
Yeah.
It's a lot of balls coming off that top rope.
Go to Circus Olay then.
Circus Olay.
Go to the circus.
But look at the wrestler today. Fuck, they need to put trapeze shit up above the ring because that's all it looks like.
Pretty much. Did you guys?
I'm going to beat you up, but hold on. Stand there because I'm going to go on the top rope and I'm going to do a triple Lindy and hit you with my toe.
I promise you I'll move.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
Did you guys catch any crap when you were, you accepted the WWE Hall of Fame induction? Look, we go at it all the time with one type of fan, the Vince McMahon hater, who's obviously an old school territory loyalist. Did you guys catch any crap for accepting Vince's induction, considering you didn't do work with Vince? Anybody say to you, what are you doing going to Vince's Hall of Fame? Any kind of crap like that? Because
I thought it was the greatest compliment ever.
Absolutely.
Everybody give him support and going.
No. Were you surprised? Were you surprised when you got the call?
And see, now you stop to think about this. We didn't work for WWE.
Right.
But they put us in their Hall of Fame. What are they trying to sell the people out there?
It's one of the greats.
That in our time, Robert and I were the greatest babyface tag team.
Absolutely.
And it's worked. No, let me tell you guys something. Now at the Performance Center, where they have their trainings, what do you think they do there? And because it's a lot more than just going there, getting in a ring. So they have classes where they show tapes. What tapes do you think they say? Vince McMahon says, "All right, watch Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson here." Okay. Do you understand me?
They stay watching their tapes, showing their kids.
Yeah, watch this tape. Watch Ricky Morton sell. Watch Robert Gibson do it. A comeback.
And again, another compliment to you guys. We talk about this all the time. Today's wrestler is small. Okay, you guys
wrestlers are what?
Are small.
A lot of them.
Smaller.
Yes, I got you.
You guys were on the smaller end, but you always played big.
Yes.
I always believed that you could take on an Nikita Koloff and beat him.
Absolutely.
Because we use that speed.
But see, now, thank you for saying that. Because that was back then, that was called working, that was psychology.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Now, and I'm going to go off here on a whole, I'm a squirrel jumping over here to this limb again. Now, Jerry Lawler was great at telling stories. But to me, the greatest of all times, the greatest world heavyweight champion is Ric Flair. But
again, you guys were superheroes. There's the difference. You were superheroes. You weren't Orange Cassidy. I don't mean to make this an Orange Cassidy thing. You are superheroes. All right, we got about 5 minutes left. All right, what do you got, buddy?
They say that imitation is the greatest form of flattery, so I always found it very interesting. You guys worked, in the AWA, of course, the Rockers. How did it feel to see the Rockers are you guys? I mean, when they started off, it was like, here's the, how did you feel about that?
In Louisiana, Shawn Michaels used to ride in the back seat with us. He was just Shawn Michaels. I remember the first time we did a scaffold match in Louisiana. We were in St. Charles. Was it?
Lake Charles.
Lake Charles. Anyway, they're setting up the big old scaffolds, and Shawn went out there and he climbed up that shit halfway up, and he come back down. He goes, "Hell no!"
Oh, okay,
said, "Hell no."
but listen to me.
That's hilarious.
Sean's like, no
Well, they
thanks.
became the Midnight Rockers.
Right.
It was a compliment to me.
Sure.
Shawn is a friend of mine.
Sure.
He's a friend of Robert's. You hear me? Marty was a friend of ours.
Sure.
I really, and don't
I
get me
remember coming
wrong,
in there-
I don't know what happened to Marty. Marty
I know he punched me in the face when he was in
He
studio.
did punch him in the face.
Did he
That's
really?
a whole other story.
That's
Yeah.
a whole nother
Yeah,
story.
but that's
But
how, I
the
mean,
floor was a lot of fun.
I just don't know. I had my bad times in my life, where I went through a, I'm not lying to you.
Sure.
I did cocaine. I'm not lying to you, but I didn't know what happened. I know that it was a great compliment to us. I love Marty.
I know the boys used to say, "Hey, man, y'all better not be wearing them bandanas." Me and Rick walked in, and hey, I don't give a damn. Y'all can wear them. We don't
Oh,
bother
yes.
us. Go ahead.
Sean here, I said, man, that's cool, bro.
Yeah, that's a compliment.
But you know what? And we worked at a little deal with them out of Memphis. And we did good business.
Yeah.
We had great matches with, Martin, I got to say this now. Shawn Michaels a hell of a worker. He's
course.
a hell of a worker.
Of course.
Not
Did you
bullshit.
see the
Marty
greatness
wasn't
coming?
bad,
Because
but-
Shawn Michaels-
but Shawn was great.
Did you see the greatness back then that was coming for him? Were you surprised when he became such a superstar? This guy's one of the greatest of all time.
Yeah, Shawn, I side you out back watch.
How about
CWE
Marty back
just
in those
took their
days?
time
Marty was
grooming
I
him.
love Marty. Marty's good.
Marty was fabulous back in those days.
Marty was good.
Yeah, Marty was great.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just don't know.
He's a little out there though.
I gotta
just
get
don't
in.
know what
I gotta
happened
get
to
in
him.
my typical Freebird question. What was it like working with the Freebirds and Michael Hayes, Buddy Jack Roberts, and Terry Gordy?
Me and Michael Hayes used to hitchhike to the TV station together, set the ring up.
They grew up together.
Really?
You grew up with Michael Hayes?
I gave Michael Hayes his first
Did you guys
job.
have measuring contests and stuff like that? Because you're legendary. I'm assuming Michael Hayes has been around the block,
I gave Michael Hayes his first job setting the ring up.
Yes.
Wow.
Really?
I was the head of the ring crew.
Michael,
Really?
Yeah.
Michael, for his
He
time, he
hitchhiked
was
to the
one of the
TV
greatest talkers ever.
I really believe
Without a
that.
doubt.
I felt like he could have been world champion.
No, he
we
wasn't.
debate about this all the time. I felt
He
was
wasn't the
world champion.
greatest worker,
Right. Okay. Okay.
but I'm not getting me wrong. He drew money,
Okay.
but
He could talk.
boy, he could talk.
How about Terry Gordy?
And Michael don't have no. When you're in the ring with him, you be his partner. He don't have any. Know that you're his partner. You be standing beside him. Look, pow. Boom, hits you there.
Terry Gordy was so big. He started wrestling when he was like 16.
Yeah.
Yes, and Terry was a phenomenal worker.
He was for a
God.
big guy.
Oh yes,
Loose.
he was. No,
Great.
he started working before he was 16.
Yeah.
Hell, he was a heavyweight champion at 16 years old. I think he started working at 14.
dude.
He was big like it then.
Big dude.
This is a difficult question, but how does it feel watching all these guys that you've worked with pass away? All these wrestlers pass away. I mean, does it rip your heart apart? I mean, we lost Road Warrior Animal.
Yeah,
We're
he was
just
good.
losing all these guys.
Listen, dude, these guys, it's a different whole thing in our days. We were the boys. We didn't have contracts, and we depended on each other to make a living. Nowadays the guys get hurt for events where they're on contracts. How they go home for 6 months. We still had to work.
If we didn't show, we didn't get paid.
And then when you worked with them, and if you was hurt, I promise you, nobody knew you were hurt because we knew how to work around it and we had to take care of it. Mike and Joe, Animal and Hawk, loved these guys. I mean, I absolutely, because you don't know what all we done and we've been through together. And not only them, just so many of the boys that died, and ones that nobody even think about, like Killer Tim Brooks. I don't know if he passed away, but when I was a kid in Texas, he took care of me. At that time, he taught me how to work and make me better. You see what I'm saying?
Back
And
then,
it's-
everybody helped each other.
Yes, and nowadays they don't give a shit. But these were my friends, And I hadn't really told many people about this. My birthday was September the 21st. And Joe calls me, and he wishes me a happy birthday. I'm going to see him Saturday in Jackson. And we're talking, and the next day was his anniversary, and he was telling me what him and his wife were going to do. And I'm joking with him. But I'll never forget this, man. He says, Ricky, I called him, when we were gang, he said, Ricky Morton, I love you. And I said, Joe, I love you too. And he said, I'll see you Saturday. And he died the next day. And his wife. You see, that's things that's really
Hard.
Yeah, it's hard. It's emotional. And I'm the kind of guy, I don't go to funerals. I remember you as you was. It's even like I told my wife, I says, if I die, and I don't have no funeral. I do not have no funeral. I don't want nobody to come see me dead, and burn me up. Spread my ashes wherever you want to. I don't like that. So it's not disrespecting anybody over that, but I want to remember you as you were. It's a lot of hard times in this business, guys, that the crowds don't understand. It's a lot of things that you don't understand, how we depended on each other, how we loved each other. Back then, you didn't fight. You understand me? You cut, if you had a problem, you just cut an interview on them, and it was over with. Nowadays, they want to beat you up and kill you, and hell, when they wrestle you in the ring, they beat you up and kill you. And guys get beat up in the ring, they don't know they got beat up.